In other words, if you say, I realize that I'm not the doer, that doesn't make any sense, because if you're not the doer, how can you realize anything? It is realized for no one, it's just what happened. No one did it.
Yeah, I had this conversation with Jim Newman. It's on my YouTube channel, and that's his line. Nobody's doing anything. And that, yeah, in a way, I can get with that. But I think it's really a destructive idea for a lot of people, because then they feel disempowered. They feel that there's a meaninglessness, which is what Jim Newman says. None of this means anything. I don't feel that way at all. I think there's a great deal of meaning in what we do and say. I've written 2 books, and I spent hours editing them, and lots of other people did too. Many editors went through those books and tried to improve the text and find errors and all the rest of it. If nobody's doing anything, then why would anybody care about all that? I think we have to care about life and find a way to care about it. Otherwise, we're going to become depressed and sad.
But do you suppose anyone has choice in whether they care or not?
I don't know.
That's what I'm getting at, is if, you referred to non-doership several times throughout the book. And it seems like that's going to be either absolute or not, like either you do or you don't have authorship. So if I care or I don't care, I don't think there's something behind the eyes that's making those decisions and choices, whether to care or not.
Well, no, I don't think there's a little Robert inside my head, separate from everything else, that's making choices. That's not the point. The problem with discussing these things at all is that language tends to an either or situation when you discuss these things. Either there's no doer or there's somebody doing something. It's not that clear to me. Like I just changed cameras here, and I've been a photographer for 50 years, so I know how to work with cameras. But I did decide at a certain point, the first camera is not working. I've got to get another camera. I don't know where that decision came from. It came to mind. Is there an I who put it there? No, I wouldn't say that. But what about all those years of experience as a photographer? Does that not count for anything? Maybe another person without that experience would have been baffled by the whole situation and said, I don't know what to do, Walter, my camera's not working. You see, so there is something of a self. When we work as an artist, which is really my primary focus, I have written a couple of books, but I'm not primarily a writer. I consider myself an artist first and foremost. We don't know where any of this is coming from. We find ourselves working with materials. And the materials have a mind of their own. But can I really say that Robert doesn't add anything to these photographs, and that another person would make the same photographs if you gave them the same camera and the same people in front of it? I don't think so. So what myself is, to me, is a mystery. And why I say the end of spirituality is that the spiritual people are always trying to define that. They'll say, myself is identical with God. Myself is Brahman. I don't know that. I don't even know if there is a Brahman. or there's too much, in my view, too much in spirituality that tries to get answers to questions that, in my view, don't seem to have any answers. And this one about free will is one of those.